Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Friday Night Frenzy, the show my kids watch. Why? Because it's the only time they can do and say anything to me, and they won't get punished. Sounds silly, but that's actually the smartest concept they have ever come up with. We begin tonight's action with a battle of two UP elites. Norway is #1 in the Class ABC poll, and their rivals Iron Mountain are #3. The unstoppable force meets the immovable object. Let's jump to the third quarter. Mountaineers up big, but the Knights would battle back. Connor Ortman with the basket and the foul to bring the deficit down to single digits. Later, it's a one-man fast break. Carson Wanders, fake pass, and the beautiful finger roll. Iron Mountain led by 10 going into the fourth. In the final frame, it's Ortman again to the rack. Count that baby in, a foul. Free throw was good, and it's back to a 7-point deficit. But it then turned into an and-one show. Bryce Brodeen, the foul and the bucket. Knights only down 5, but the Mountaineers had an upset on their minds. Riley Caudell with an open lane, and he gets the layup to fall. Iron Mountain's lead back up to 7 points, and don't call it an upset as Iron Mountain hands Norway their first loss of the season, 54-43 the final score. Let's go to the scoreboards now as North Central gets consecutive win number 70 as they top Big Bay Denok 91-39. Jason Whitens finished the night with 29 points. For the Jets, it was Munising over Superior Central 50-37. Cade Contreras led the Mustangs with 18 points. It was a special night in Negaunee as they honored the 1957 state championship team. A former player and current player walked to center court in a showing of past Miners meeting present Miners. Negaunee would then host rivals Ishpeming. First possession of the game for the home team, and they worked the ball inside for their big man, Trent Bell. He went on a 7-0 run by himself to open the game, but the Hematites would eventually get on the board. Mitch Yule from the corner. This one's no good, but Dondre Yowie gets the rebound and the putback. Nice hustle for Ishpeming's first 2 points. A little later, ball goes to the new guy on the varsity team, Zach Jandro, and he hits the jumper to pull the Hematites within 4. But the Miners respond with their bread and butter. Trent Bell, again down low as he finished with 35 points on the night. Negaunee led 10-4. More from the Miners. Pass goes to Jacob Ennett, and look at this move. Hop step off the glass. Ennett pushes the lead back to 8. But the Hematites would answer back, and this time they would go to the outside game. Yule again, and this time he nails the 3. Ishpeming still down 9. Moments later, it's Yowie, and he'll find Holmgren behind the arc. Money. Holmgren led the Hematites with 17 points, but Negaunee was just too much tonight as they get the win, 71-57, the final score. Back to the scoreboards. It was Republic Michigami all over Baraga, 68-25. A.J. Ball and Dylan Hannanen combined to score 40 for the Hawks. Jeffers gets 21 from Caleb Mackey and 17 from Jaden Wood as they top Chesil, 62-40. It was CARNEY-NADEAU over Stevenson, 81-29. Hunter Eichhorn had 26 for the Wolves. Calumet takes over first place in the West Pack with a win over West Iron County, 48-32. Matt Ojala had 18, and Wyatt Locust had 17 for the Copper Kings. Hancock wins the Wingding basketball game over Houghton, 58-41. Chad Razio finished with 18 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists for the Bulldogs. It was Lance, 78, Lakeland and Hubble, 73. Logan Fish and Brant Trembraw each scored 19 for the Purple Hornets. Connor Backus scored 30 for the Lakes. Let's go to Westwood now. Doubleheader versus Manistee. We start with the boys game, and the Emeralds came out swinging. Logan McPhail dishes to Darian Nichols, who pulls up from mid-range and nails the jumper. Manistee looking good early on. Later, Nichols driving, this time dishes to Nolan Armock in the corner, buckets, and it's the Emeralds jumping to an early 8-point lead. But then the Patriots came alive. Brett Fredrickson rises up and fills it up. Nice shot there from the senior guard to cut the deficit to 6. More from Westwood. Austin Pierpont gets free behind the 3-point line and nails the long-range shot as the Patriots offense began to build momentum, and they carried that into the second half as they come back to beat Manistee 47-40, the final score. To the girls game now as the Lady Patriots face the Lady Emeralds. Third quarter now, pick and roll action as Maddie Koski finds Liz Farley, who finds the hoop. Westwood looking to stay ahead. A little later, off the Manistee miss, it's Lauren Farley with the quarterback pass to Maddie Matias, who goes baseline, lays it up, and scores. For a second there, I was watching a football game. Patriots still with the lead. But the Emeralds would start chipping away. Jocelyn Muth finds Renee Shooter, and she would live up to her name. Nothing but net on the corner shot there. More from the Emeralds. This time it's Madison Kratz for three. Bang! Nice shot there from the lefty as Manistique tried to keep pace, but the Lady Patriots would make it a sweep as they get the win, 61-46, the final score. A pair of girls basketball scores now as Lance ends Trout Creek's 10-game winning streak with a 63-50 road win. Alexis Francis was unstoppable for the Purple Hornets as she finished with 24 points and 11 rebounds. They needed overtime in Menominee, but the Maroons come away with a win over Amro, Wisconsin, 52-48, the final there. Let's go to Marquette now as the Redettes, they battled GNC foes Kingsford first quarter. Marquette down 1 and Avery Leedy wants to change that quick. Nice shot under the rim, gives the Redettes the lead. Second quarter now, it'll be Sarah Iwanicki dishing to Kelsey Grange, and she will absorb the contact and make the lay-in. Redettes with a 3-point lead, and they wouldn't let up on the fast break. It's Amber Hubner dishing to Claudia Hale, and she scores there. 18-12 Marquette with the lead. But don't count out the flivvers. Jordan Kriegel finds Hannah Carlson, and she scores down low to cut the deficit down to 4. But it was a big night for Avery Leedy, who scored 14 points in her first varsity game. Marquette wins it 49-29 over Kingsford. We have reached halftime on this edition of Friday Night Frenzy. Still to come, we have college hockey action from the Berry and the MAC as the Wildcats and the Huskies were at home tonight. We'll be right back with more on Friday Night Frenzy. Welcome back to Friday Night Frenzy, presented by UP Health System Rehab Services and UP Rehab Services. They get you back in the game. Just like me when I graduated from high school, the Northern Michigan hockey team's opponents lately have had no goals. The Wildcats have 3 straight shutouts and look to make it 4 in a row tonight at home against Alaska. First period, and NMU would go on the attack. D'Amico Hanoun with a shot there, but Davis Jones is there to cover it up for the save. A little later, it's Shane Sooth, leaving it for Dominic Shine, and Jones is able to get a pad on it to knock it away. A few minutes later, though, Nanooks looking to just clear the puck as it goes to Hanoun. He fires and he scores. Hanoun's first career goal makes it 1-0 NMU. The Wildcats would get 2 more goals from Robbie Payne as Adi Tolvanen and NMU shut out their 4th straight opponent with a 3-0 win tonight over Alaska. Let's go to Houghton now as the Huskies hosted Ferris State. Second period and MTU's on the power play. Alex Smith beats Justin Kappelmaster there for the goal, but the Huskies were still down 2-1. A little later, Gerald Mayhew with a penalty shot, taking his time, but he's got beef with Angus Redmond, who shuts him down on that shot. Third period, Huskies down 3-1 and looking for a comeback. Chris Jerry finds Mark Auk, and the slap shot lights the lamp for Michigan Tech. However, the comeback would fall short as Ferris State holds on for the win, 3-2, the final score. That will do it for me on this edition of Friday Night Frenzy. Here's a look at the top plays from tonight. Jimmy Kimmel is next here on